Hello and welcome to Impact the Boro, a podcast from the Greensboro Chamber of Commerce. I'm Brent Christensen, President and CEO of the Greensboro Chamber of Commerce. Each week, a Chamber staff member will sit down with a guest to discuss what we're doing to start and grow businesses, create quality jobs, develop our workforce, and tell the inspiring story of Greensboro to the world. Today, I'm joined by Tracy Myers, our Executive Vice President for Member Engagement. We're going to tell you a little bit about what you can expect from the podcast, and then we'll dive into the Chamber's exciting slate of programming for 2020. Welcome, Tracy.
Hey, Brent. We on the member engagement team are so excited about this new platform as a new way to reach out to our membership and the community as a whole. We have so many exciting episodes planned for the podcast, including leadership topics, entrepreneurship, small business, and some fun things thrown in there too. You may be wondering why we chose the name Impact. In October, the Chamber is hosting its inaugural leadership conference at the Carolina Theater. This conference will supply world-class leadership development opportunities without the cost of airfare and lodging. In the lead up to the conference, we want to inspire you to start thinking about your impact. Which of our exciting programs can you get involved in? And what new initiatives can you create to make our community an even better place to live and work?
So this Impact Conference is part of a refreshed program of events that we've put together for 2020. I know we've taken a really good hard look at the impact the Chamber's having on our members' lives and their businesses. And so we've subtracted some events, we've added some events to make sure that we're meeting their needs. Can you talk a little bit about that, Tracy?
We have. So our main purpose is to be the voice of the member and to work one-on-one with our members. So as we assess what they need and as we have one-on-one conversations with our membership, we like to put together programming that's going to be innovative, it's going to be refreshed. So we have sunset a few events, we've added some new ones, and we've refreshed several. The Impact Leadership Conference is going to build off the reputation of some of our existing programming. A great example is Leadership Greensboro, which is our 9-month leadership program that we do in partnership with the Center for Creative Leadership. Also our Other Voices program, which is an 8-month diversity and inclusion program. It also builds off of some of the work of Launch Greensboro and Action Greensboro as well with the Campus Greensboro Fellows program and also with Launch.
So I know that this is going to be an awful lot of work for us this year, and especially when you're starting a new program and one that aims to be world class. And so I know you've had a number of partners working on us. I mean, obviously, we're a leadership community. When you start looking at the leadership infrastructure that Greensboro has with the Center for Creative Leadership and BB&T's Leadership Institute, there are a lot of folks who come to our community from all over the world to learn about leadership. And I think part of us being known as that leadership capital, if you will, is we need to bring some of that programming to our own community. We've been doing it with the Campus Greensboro Fellows and bringing some CCL programming to them. We've been doing it with Leadership Greensboro and bringing some Center for Creative Leadership programming to them. And really, I guess we're aiming to make this a community-wide effort at this point.
Absolutely. And one of the great things about Impact and one of the things we've enjoyed the most has been the partnerships that we have out in the community. There's so much talent in Greensboro, and we want to retain a lot of that talent. And so we really have an opportunity to showcase the companies and the partners that we have in the community. Some amazing partners involved on our steering committee includes folks from Contour Brands. It involves the folks from the Center for Creative Leadership. They are celebrating their 50th anniversary in September 2020, so the conference will come 1 month after. It will be a great celebration. They're an integral part in the process. We have the BB&T Leadership Institute. We have Guilford County Schools. And we also have Bennett College and their new president, Suzanne Walsh.
And I think as we start 2020, we do it in a typical fashion. We have our annual meeting, and that is coming up on January 22nd. In the past, we've done it as a dinner. This year, we're going to do it as a luncheon. And there's a very specific reason for that, but we're excited that we've got a number of folks involved with us from Contour. So Scott Baxter, who's the president and CEO of Contour, is going to bring his team with him. And so talk a little bit about kind of why we moved it, or why did we change it from a dinner to a luncheon, because I think that's a great story. And then both of us can kind of talk about who else we're going to see there with Contour.
Right. So this year provides an opportunity for us to have a lot of fun with the annual not dinner, luncheon. On January the 22nd, we will have our luncheon. The reason we're having a luncheon as opposed to a dinner is that Greensboro will be hosting the U.S. Figure Skating Championships, and being good stewards and being good community partners, we are not going to compete with that event. The luncheon will be on January 22nd. And on January 23rd, your luncheon ticket will get you into a special reception, followed by admission into the Ladies Short program. So you will get 2 events for the price of 1 this year.
That's great. That's great. And that Ladies Short program is always very popular. We certainly didn't want to step on another huge event for our community. This community is really blessed with having some incredible infrastructure to have these sort of athletic events. Just as an aside, the month of March for Greensboro is going to be an incredible time, and one that I think we should all be looking forward to. We're going to have the women's ACC basketball tournament, the men's ACC basketball tournament, and the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament, all at the Coliseum in 3 different weeks. And on top of that, I think we're opening a little building downtown, the Performing Arts Center, the Stephen Tanger Center for the Performing Arts will be opening that month as well. So an incredible opportunity. And again, we want to celebrate that and certainly didn't want to step on it for our annual meeting. But to go into the second part of that, Scott Baxter, the president and CEO of Contour, is going to join us, and he's bringing Chris Waldeck and Tom Waldron with him. And they're going to talk about Contour, their startup process. So they're still about a year old and have, I think, really enjoyed that process here in Greensboro. And they're going to talk about their future plans and kind of what they see in Greensboro, what they like about this community, and maybe a few challenges that they want to bring our way as well.
Right. And I will also say that one of the favorite aspects of the annual meeting is that we celebrate Jeansboro, and that is a jeans dress code. And so what better way to celebrate the Jeansboro aspect than to have Contour Brands in the house? So everyone will be in jeans again. So if you're listening, make sure you wear your jeans to the annual dinner.
And if you
luncheon.
Don't quite know how to do that, it's my understanding, and I think we can go ahead and say this, that UNCG's got a great program that's going to incorporate jeanswear into the business life or business wardrobe. And so we'll have an opportunity there to kind of see the way that they would incorporate jeans into everyday business wear, which I will love. As you see me, I'm in a suit here. And I do that on a regular occasion, but I'd be more comfortable in jeans, that's for sure. And I think there are a lot of folks out there who think that jeans ought to be an everyday occurrence in Greensboro, a.k.a. Jeansboro. I know that my friend Robbie Perkins wears his jacket with his tuxedo. He calls it the Greensboro tuxedo. That's exactly right. His Wranglers and his sport coat are the Greensboro tuxedo, which I think is great. Black Wranglers. Yep. And a blazer. So and so, Robbie, we're not trying to steal your moniker here, but I think you've done a good job of copywriting a great name for that. So we'll be excited to see everybody there. You can certainly get your tickets at www.greensboro.org. We'd love to see everybody there. We'll have 800 or so of our closest friends there for our event, and we'd love to have as many folks as we can put in that room there. It'll be exciting. So we'll also have the opportunity of awarding a couple of our biggest awards there. We'll have the Tom Osborne Award, which is a very high honor within the chamber, and we'll also be able to award the Athena Award. So I get to tell you a little bit about the folks who we're going to honor with those 2 awards. The Osborne Award will be going to Alan Duncan. Alan is a longtime member of the Guilford County School Board and a longtime chairman, incredible leader, and our schools wouldn't be where they are today without his incredible leadership, devotion to them, and really devotion to the community. Yes, he was very instrumental in the school board, but I can't think of anybody who's had more impact on our community than Alan. So it'll be wonderful to be able to honor him there that day. And then the Athena Award will go to Mae Douglas. May was for many years with Cox Communications. She's a nationally recognized human relations professional. She was executive vice president and I think chief people officer is what they called her there, which I think is a really neat title. And now she's come back to her hometown and has really immersed herself in community involvement, doing things like helping out the United Way, the YMCA, the Cone Health Foundation. And so two very worthy honorees, and it'll be great to be able to hand them some hardware that day and really just recognize them for the incredible impact that they've had on our community. Again, we go back to there's a reason why we're calling this new program Impact, because that's what we want. At the end of the day, we want our programming to have impact on the community. We want our businesses to have impact on the community, and we want to be able to help them have impact on our community. That's what we're all about at the Chamber.
Right, and you will see that thread flow all the way through the programming for the entire year. You will also see it come into the podcast lineup. So as we do our weekly podcast, you will see those topics show up, and you'll see that continue through for the entire year.
Great.
We hope that you'll join us for some, if not all, of our programming this year. Remember that Chamber members get discounted tickets, so make sure that you are a Chamber member. If you're not, I or someone on my team would love to help you with that, so please reach out to us.
And that's it for our first episode. Here we are, our first podcast, our first Impact the Boro podcast. I had a great time. You all are not going to be able to tell how many mistakes that I made. I made a lot more than Tracy did, just so you know. But we had a great time doing it. We hope you had a great time watching and listening. Thank you for joining us. Well, that's it for today's episode. Make sure that you subscribe so that you can get a new episode delivered to your device each week. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at GSO Chamber. See you next time.